I'm going to make an educated guess. Here's my guess. As an agency owner, you are trying to figure out how do you grow in a market where you may not have the lowest premiums, where your advertising budget certainly can't compete with all the money spent nightly on television, convincing the public that insurance is a commodity. You have the other agencies down the street. You have all of these challenges, disruptors hitting the insurance industry. How do you grow? I was talking with an agency in California recently. They were in a rural market. And the comment that the agency owner made, he said, Tom, we just maybe 2-3%, maybe 5% growth. And he said, we don't have the markets, all the things I just mentioned. He said 10, 12, 15, 20% growth is just beyond us. Now, I shared with him a very simple principle that I want to share with you, that how your agency can grow. I don't care what kind of market you're in, there is a strategy. Come back in about 10 seconds and let's find out together exactly what that strategy is. The agency owner I was with recently in California, and where we were talking about growth for his agency, he said, Tom, maybe we could grow 3%, 5%, but we just don't have the markets. We're not competitive enough. We've got a lot of competition. I just don't know that we can grow more than 5%. Here's what I told this agency owner. I guarantee you there's a strategy to grow 12% in 2020. Absolute guarantee you could grow 12%. He said, Tom, I don't see this. We're a lower income. We're a rural community. We just don't have people don't have the money. You just don't understand our situation. And I very politely said, no, sir, I'd like to help you understand 2 strategies that will get you out of that situation. You don't have to live with it if you do these 2 things. First is work with the economy, work with the carriers, work with the markets that you have. In other words, don't wait and say next year, next month, when the premiums come down, when the economy gets better, when the median income in the market gets higher, don't wait to grow. Don't wait to change. Work with the economy that you have. There are people in your market area. There are people with the same economy, same carrier that's growing. You need to find out how and why they're growing. Now, here's how you do that. You spy on your competition. That may sound a little bit odd. I'm not talking about doing anything unethical or mean to your customers. You respect your customers as you hope they will respect you. However, you spy on them. You look at their LinkedIn posts. You look at Facebook. Sign up for their LinkedIn. Sign up for their Twitter and Facebook. Monitor it. What are people saying that is positive? What are people saying that is negative? Go to the Google reviews. Start mapping out where are strengths and weaknesses in your competition. Here's what I told this owner in California. Here's how you grow 12%. He has 12 competitors, and that was astounding to me that he's telling me he can't grow, and yet there's 12 other agencies in his lower income rural market. I said, look, if you just steal 1% of their customers, you will grow 12%. If you strategically look at their strengths and weaknesses, work with the economy you have, and if you can take 1% from each of those competitors, you've got a 12% growth. Now, that means you have a strategy and you have a commitment to say, my book, my future growth is on someone else's book. Where I'm going to grow is in someone else's agency. How do I get them out of the agency where they are and trusting my team for their financial security? Sign up for Facebook. Monitor them. List strengths and weaknesses that you have and also that your competition has. Strategically go after them. Let me give you an example of how. Best Buy and Circuit City were competitors. Now today there's only Best Buy. Best Buy did something that put Circuit City out of business. They noticed that Circuit City really did not focus on customer service, knowledge about the products. They were really all about selling warranties and selling products. They were trying to grow their business, and Best Buy was trying to develop a loyal customer base. What happened? Every Circuit City shut down. Why? Because Best Buy strategically looked at their competition and said, where are weaknesses? Where can we exploit those weaknesses? They invested in training for their staff. They hired people who were passionate about electronics and appliances and computers. They leveraged the weakness in Circuit City, and Best Buy put Circuit City out of business. If you want to grow in this market, start out by saying, I'm going to accept the market, I'm going to accept the economy, I'm going to accept the demographic that I've got. It's not going to hold me back. Start researching and discovering the weaknesses and strengths in your competition. Take those strengths and weaknesses, develop a strategy of how your agency can grow just like Best Buy. You can grow in any market. I challenge you. Determine how many competitors you have and steal 1% of their customers. That's the amount of growth you're capable of in 2020.